Foodie Beauty went live on October 13th for a couple of hours. Let's see how short I can make my recap. She comes online and greets her chat. She says she's not fully packed for her trip back to Canada yet. She says Julia is in a deuce case. I have no idea what that means. Chat asks her to cam up. She complains about having to put on a hijab if she does. I wrote it down phonetically because we've heard her talk about wearing a hijab for about 3 years now. This was a very specific pronunciation. Hijab. I'll have to put on a hijab if I go on camera. Do with that what you will. Chat tells her to wear a hat. She says it won't cover her necky neck. Her term, not mine. She says her toes still hurts. She says she's such a wuss when it comes to taking glass out of her feet. She says the hijab is not good for her hair. Chat says she should go to the toe doctor. She giggles. She's not answering questions about whether she'll be wearing the hijab in Canada. She says we'll just have to wait and see. Her connection gets really crappy. Chat asks, do you have a net? She says, sort of. Abizer tells her that they had their first Nashi sandwich, and they agree with Foodie. It is the best sandwich in the world. Foodie is very excited to have another member of her Nashi cult. She says her talking dirty to me. Foot doesn't hurt a lot, only when she presses on the area with the glass. She says it hurt worse yesterday, but she put a bunch of iodine on it and it's feeling better. She says she finds it really funny that no one has seen her ears, her hair, her chins, or her neck in 3 years. She says she's been watching old videos and comments on her inability to maintain a hairline when she was using the hair fibers. She says it looked terrible. She's unsure how she's going to feel when she leaves Syria. She says when she's there, she feels one way. When she's gone, she feels another way. Emotions. She confirms that she does still have ears and she misses wearing nice earrings. Chat asks about the possibility of Foodie getting a wig installed and tells her to bring back the widow's peak. She brings up the fact how it's really weird that she still has the piercing holes from when she was a kid, even 3 years later after not wearing earrings. She says it will be impossible for her to come back to Syria, and she emphasizes that she really wants to live in Canada. She brings up the, quote, reasons I discussed about why we have to separate, end quote. I don't remember what those reasons are. She contemplates the reverse culture shock she's going to experience moving back to Canada after living in the Middle East for 3 years. She says it's going to be a huge adjustment. Press F to doubt. There's a whole lot of weird buffering and skipping. The audio repeats a couple of times. She says, quote, I wouldn't be having a roommate if I was planning on sponsoring Salah, right? End quote. I guess roommate Pete's is confirmed. She says the shitty internet is ruining her bees. She says, if you think I'm going to come back to this lousy internet, her frustration is building. Chat tells her that Trump is in the Middle East. She says, wow. She says from different vantage points in Syria, when you're driving, you can see Lebanon and Israel. Talk about the streaming and buffering continues. She wonders if the internet will be better in a couple of hours. She looks forward to Canada and its high-speed internet, and she says that they cannot get Starlink in Syria because of sanctions. I added the sanctions part. She just said that she can't get Starlink in Syria. Abizer tells her that Arby's has steak bites and mac and cheese now. Foodie is surprised. She can't remember if she had mac and cheese from Arby's in Kuwait, but chat confirms she did. She doesn't remember. They describe mac and cheese with steak bites and crispy onion, and it's exciting, Foodie. Stop talking dirty to me. Someone wants her to read audiobooks. No. She says she's really hungry, but she doesn't really have anything to eat. She randomly says there are slugs in her bathroom. She says a snail is just a slug with a shell. She says her bathroom slugs are cute. She says the word membranes grosses her out. Fun fact, slugs are hermaphrodite. She says she does not want to kill the slug. Chat suggests all. She reiterates she does not want to kill the slugs. She just wants to let them be in the bathroom. I guess it's fun animal fact time. Frogs jump. I don't know where that came from, but frogs jump. She drools over memories of Jamaican patties in Canada. She says she's excited to visit Salah's family and eat food with them tomorrow. Chat brings up a pumpkin cream cheese icing loaf. Stop talking dirty to me. She gets excited. She says her bathroom slugs remind her of collecting bugs as a child. Chat brings up a mold garden. Chat says that their sister had a pet spider named Snowy. Someone brings up baseball in chat and says the Toronto Blue Jays are in the World Series. Foodie says she's dumb at sports, but go Blue Jays. She sings a song. Song from Alanis Morissette's Ironic and makes the groundbreaking comment that she doesn't think that that statement is very ironic. Pigeons are cute, but they're users. Seagulls are also users. They just want your french fries. She says she likes going to hockey games. She says she hasn't had a steak and a baked potato and a big Caesar salad in forever. She really wants to go get one. Steakhouses are expensive. She might have to just buy steak at Costco. Chat discusses appropriate steak temperatures and whether it's okay to have ketchup or HP sauce on your steak. Foodie says no to ketchup, but yes to HP sauce. She also prefers her steaks well done. Somebody brings up Travis the chimp. She says she only ever got sick from plain food on a Lufthansa flight, some sort of sandwich with a creamy cheese spread, and it made her. She said she's going to have dinner somewhere with Salah tomorrow. She said when the Lufthansa sandwich made her sick, she did not vomit. She did other things. So I think we know what she did. She said her worst fear is puking on a plane. Personal note, I have in fact puked on a plane. It was unpleasant. I missed the vomit bag. I got it all over myself. I got some on my seat partner. It was humiliating. It was disgusting. It was miserable. I cleaned up the best I could. The flight attendants were very, very lovely, but it was horrifying. I would still say shitting myself on a plane be a worse nightmare than that. She says when Salah's family comes over, her hostessing duties consist of making coffee. She says people rarely come over for actual meals. She says they also don't smoke shisha. There are background noises. She's distracted by Julia. She said she wishes she could bring Julia with her, but quote, too late now. She gets news from chat that Nashies are leaving October 31st. She panicked. She says that she can't block people just for bringing up the ladle story. She says it's gross, but she's the grossest person there is. I mean, true. Side note, however, there is plenty to lambast Foodie Beauty about. She does so many disgusting things that are just what the fuck. However, this whole vomit ladle freakout, dude, unless it's something porous, it's a dish. You can wash it. Why are people expecting her to throw out a perfectly good dish because she used it to scoop something nasty? Have you never puked in a mixing bowl because you had the stomach? Did you throw your mixing bowl away? There's so much to hate Foodie Beauty for. There's so much to criticize her for. There's no need to clutch your pearls over something stupid like a vomit ladle. Out of nowhere, chat brings up movies. She did not like the movie Christine. She thought it was dumb. She did like the movie Sleepwalkers. She defends her ladle usage for cleaning out the sink. Again, I'm agreeing with her on that. She said Salah would have died if he had to clean up her sick mess. She claims that the puke sink was worse than the diarrhea floor. Press F to doubt. She said the bathroom isn't luxurious, but it's clean, has a shower, sink, and Western toilet. She said she does not understand how the water or the pumping system work. She says water comes once a week and Salah has to turn on an engine to fill the tank. She thinks the tanks are in the ground. She says when she had her bed accident, the diarrhea did not leak through to the mattress, so the mattress is not dirty. Out of nowhere, she says Laura Dern is the ugliest crier ever. She says she has a lot of things planned for her first week back in Canada. She says she needs a pedicure really bad because the dead skin on her feet is so thick it'll cut someone. She says that she trimmed her toenails finally with a nail trimmer. She thinks she'll get a bucket from the dollar store and a pumice stone and give herself a pedicure. I wonder if she can reach her feet. She considers going to a dentist in Syria before going back to Canada because it'll be cheaper there. She says she has not been to the dentist in over 10 years. She sings a little bit of everybody. She says she does not like Taylor Swift, Katy Perry, or Ariana Grande. They can all get bent. She says she's iffy on Lana Del Rey. She wants to go to a sugar bush this spring. She clarifies that's where you go to make maple syrup. She keeps asking random people in the chat if they are the beezer who ordered soup and Triscuits from Amazon. Discussion moves to some TikTok lol cows. I am unfamiliar with TikTok lol cows. She says Tofia Chu's audience make her lose hope in humanity and that she doesn't deserve the hate. I have no idea who Tofia Chu is. I have no opinion on this. She says Donut Mom is doing her best and also does not deserve the hate. I have no idea who Donut Mom is. I have no opinion on this. She misses the pink vest that she has in her new profile pic on YouTube. She walks back calling out Yo Mama the other day for having a white supremacist on his show and says that everybody can make their own choices, but she says it kind of judgy. Honestly, I don't know why you'd be walking back something. That's a valid criticism, but whatever. Chat is trying to update her and get her opinion on the Amberlynn Reed / Emily situation. She's just confused. Chat is bringing up, wow, okay. Chat is bringing up a weird conspiracy theory that they are, I think, making up right now that, okay, wow. Chat is saying that they think that ALR fell out of bed onto Rarity and Emily, thereby killing Rarity, not losing her. Okay, that's a thought that Chat is having. She decides she wants to go look for the slugs in the bathroom and start some shisha. She says it's 2 a.m. her time and she has to get up early tomorrow, meaning 1 p.m. her time. She says if she goes to bed at 5 a.m., she can get up at noon and then they can leave at 1 to go to a family thing and see Sasa and eat food. She loves stuffed grape leaves. She wonders what she can have to drink. She does not want coffee or soda because of the caffeine. She says Julia has taken to going wandering outside. She thinks that something bit or attacked Julia earlier today because Julia came hauling ass inside screaming. Okay. She ventures into the kitchen to see how many bag of chips are left. Only 3. She debates eating them but decides that Salah would be upset. She says she loves carrots and hummus but doesn't have any. She says she cannot order any food because it's only 2 a.m. Chat suggests she go on a pickle diet because pickles are low calorie and she loves. She preps shisha while singing and discussing fundraising for a car in Canada. She mutes her mic for over 4 minutes. She says she made a hot drink and shisha. She says Salah may be coming down with a cold. Chat tells her that they think that Amberlynn Reed is about 700 pounds, meaning that she must be about 400 pounds. Foodie says that she does not think that Amberlynn Reed is pushing 700 pounds. She says that she's going to have to be very careful and disciplined in Canada because she will be on her own with no one to limit her and there will be a lot of food temptation. She says she's planning to have a reasonable breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack. She says that QLR is much bigger than ALR. Definitely. She says that she's going to eat satisfying meals but stick to regular-ish portion. She sounds really unenthused about the possibility of going on Ozempic again. She brainstorms with her chat about a reasonable daily diet consisting of coffee and toast for breakfast, sandwich or salad for lunch, and then something reasonable but, normal for dinner, and then some snacks. She says her mom wants her to have weight loss surgery. She's very non-committal. She says she has no idea what her electricity bill in Canada is going to be. She hasn't paid any bills in 3 years. She says she needs to get pots, pans, shower curtains. She wonders if butter is a carb. She says that she does not have any tea to spill about living in Kuwait when she gets back to Canada. She says that she plans to leave the past in the past and not bring up her life in the Middle East. She immediately rejects any talk of calorie limits because 2,000 calories seems like it's just boiled chicken and plain vegetables. She says she needs her steak well done. Someone on TikTok that she watches used to be obese and lost a lot of weight eating normal foods, just smaller portions. She says she can't wait to go to Farm Boy and she misses their hot bar. She says she's dreading the flight home. She says before she travels, she uses a whole bottle of baby powder in her nether. So there's that. Chat brings up compression socks and she kind of laughs dismissively. She says she hopes she doesn't have anyone sitting next to her on the flight. So I think this is confirmation that she does not ever buy 2 seats unless she is forced. She says she's going to get a queen size bed and a cloud or boneless couch. She says she's not going back to Canada for the food, but it's definitely a bonus. She's looking forward to decorating her new apartment in boho colors, mainly cream and sage. She loves those colors. She says that she has purple mattress PTSD. She says Amazon is kind of expensive, but she went ahead and made a wish list, including a crock pot, air fryer, TV, etc. She says that she needs a 50-inch TV minimum for Mario Beezing. She says that she does not have a favorite ice cream flavor, but she really likes hot fudge sauce. She says her new place is non-smoking. The villa was non-smoking as well, but she definitely smoked there. She said the new place does not have a balcony or a terrace. She finally gives up, says she's going to bed, she's tired, and the internet sucks. There we have it. Hey guys, thanks so much. This is a new video format for me. I kind of like it. Let me know what you think. Hopefully, I'll have one for you soon.